Good morning. Well, at least it's morning for me anyway. Morning on the day of the 24th day in isolation. I thought today I would take a look at some apps that can help people during isolation. And I figured now would be a good time to do that because we're nearing the end of our estimated time of isolation. And there's a possibility that in 4 days we might go into level 3. And I think that in itself can cause a lot of anxiety for a lot of people because there's so much uncertainty around that. People will be worried about what happens when we go to level 3 from level 4. And people will be worried that we shouldn't go to level 3 at all. And also, a lot of you will be aware that when we get to day 28, there is also a possibility that we might get another 2 or 3 or 4 weeks of isolation added onto the end of it. And that again causes more anxiety. So what I wanted to do is take a look at some apps that people can download for free or for cheap that can help people through this time. And I've just picked out some of my favorite ones. So if you have any suggestions that you've used and I haven't added to the list, please comment them down below. That's super helpful for everyone, and I'll take a look as well and let you know what I think of them. So let's get started. I'll put my tea down and we'll take a look at the first one. The first one we're going to take a look at is probably the most well-known because of the amount of celebrities that have endorsed it. People like Matthew McConaughey and LeBron James, Stephen Fry, they're all a part of the app itself. This app is called Calm. And what it is a collection of guided meditations and talks from healthcare professionals working in the mental health industry that you can listen to whenever you need to. At the moment, it also has Breathe Bubble, which is a series of guided breathing exercises that can help you calm yourself down in times of stress or high anxiety. The most well-known feature of the app is probably the sleep casts, where if you're like me and you have trouble sleeping, you can pop your headphones in, lie down at night and select a story to be read to you. Now these aren't just any stories either. These are read by voice actors and celebrities that you might even know. People like Eva Green, Matthew McConaughey and Stephen Fry. So they are as relaxing as you can probably imagine. So if you're just looking for a way to center yourself and find peace amongst all of the commotion that's happening in the world, then Calm is a really good app for that. Next on the list, we have an app called Grokka or Groka. I'm not entirely sure how you're meant to say it, but it is similar to Calm, but it's definitely more focused at the business professionals, people that are stressed out and have high anxiety working in business environments. So what it offers is a range of courses via video and audio that you can take at your own leisure, focused around fitness, nutrition, mental health, sleep, and financial well-being. So as you can see, it's definitely more focused on the business professional and is often aimed at business owners to promote or buy for their employees as a way of keeping the workplace nice and healthy. So this, similar to Calm, is about finding peace and finding center, but in a more active way. It also has a range of healthy 30-minute meals that are designed to keep you healthy and feeling good whilst also not taking very much time. So you can get back to business once you've taken this amount of time to look after yourself. Also, the fact that it has a section specifically dedicated to financial well-being is a great feature for people whose anxiety is based around money. So it has a series of talks and videos from professionals in that business environment, in that stressful environment, talking about how they manage the well-being versus financial well-being side of things. So yeah, very cool. That's called Grokka or Grokka. I'm not quite sure. All the links to the apps will be in the description below anyway. So just jump on down there and check it out. Now this next one is for people probably a lot like myself, where our anxiety is based around how much time we have to do the tasks that we've set out for ourselves. This one is called Sessions. And what it is a goal-based planner that allows you to set time aside each day to work on a specific goal. And at the end of the week, look back on it all and track how much progress you've made towards each goal. Now, the reason I think that's a fantastic initiative and why that works especially for me is because it helps people prioritize their time in a way that is best suited towards achieving a goal progressively, and because it works towards teaching people about valuing their time like a currency. Same as money, but just far more valuable. Time is the currency that you have, that you own, that is invaluable, that no one else can have. And this app teaches you to spend that currency on yourself, to better yourself. This means at the end of the week, I can look back on how much time I've given to each one of my goals and give myself a break, because I can visually see how much of my currency, how much of my time I've spent on bettering myself and achieving those goals. So having that visual feature is so important for me as a type A personality who's very scared of wasting time. It's a good app for that. And you can also set a timer for relax time to do nothing. So again, give yourself a reminder at 5:30 to 6 o'clock. This is when I have to watch TV and do nothing else. And that's very healthy. This is when I'm gonna scroll social media, screw it. This is when I'm gonna look at Pinterest at some photos of places I'm probably never gonna go, but I wanna look at them because they're fun. Or maybe I'll watch videos on arts and crafts on YouTube for an hour because it relaxes me and I like it, and I'm allowed to because spending that currency on yourself is so important. So yeah, that is Sessions. Very, very, very cool. Next is an app called Stand Up, which is exactly what you think it is. It just reminds you to stand up. It's very simple, it has very few features, it doesn't take up much room on your phone, but it is just a simple reminder for you to get up from your computer and move. So especially important for people that suffer from RSI or cumulative trauma disorders, people who don't move very much or are stuck at computers for long periods of time. This app simply reminds you at certain intervals that you can personalize that it's time to get up and move. And it'll just beep, beep, beep until you stand up and say, okay, fine, I'm up, I'm moving. A friend of mine who uses the app sets a reminder for every hour on the hour that he's at work. And once it goes off, wherever he is, he just does 20 push-ups. Now that's probably a little bit insane. I most likely won't do that. But in his defense, he's been working at this computer company for about a year now. And after doing 20 push-ups every hour on the hour, this guy's ripped. He's massive now. So, you know, you could do that if you wanted to. But otherwise, it is just a reminder to get up and walk around. Okay, anyway, this one is a cool one. I like this one because I like to work out, but I don't actually know what I'm doing. Okay, and I feel like there's a lot of people like this. So this app is called Aaptiv, and what it is a huge library of audio workout routines. And the reason this is cool is because I, like many people, have tried to follow workouts at the gym or at home whilst looking at a TV screen, and it's really annoying, especially if you're doing yoga, but you have to keep looking up at the screen, which means that you're always in the wrong shape and you get a crick in your neck. It's a bad time. It's not a good time. So this is an audio library where you can listen to the workouts and you can put your phone in your pocket and you don't have to look at it. And it walks you through everything from running to interval training, cycling, strength workouts, and all recorded by actual personal trainers. So you know you're getting good, personalized, catered information. And if you're like me and you don't actually know what a lot of exercises are, they do have a visual guide. So you can have a look at the exercise first and be like, oh, okay, this is what a mountain climber looks like. This is what a side plank looks like. And then you can turn that off and just listen to it. It is a great resource for people who just want to focus on the movement and the form without having to turn your neck or look at the damn thing. The downside of some of the exercises is that if you're like me and you get a little bit cynical whenever you hear people trying to encourage you, I know that sounds silly, but trust me, sometimes the audio can be a little bit annoying. So this is what some of the running sounds like.
You gotta put in the work.
Here we go. After this chorus, we change it up.
Think about that dream, visualize it. If it doesn't challenge us, it does not change us. Breathe.
Yeah, okay. It's not all as annoying as that. In fact, you can pick different trainers. There's like 250 different versions of every exercise. So if you don't like the trainer you're listening to, just switch to another one. There's plenty of them there. Now, the last one that I want to take a look at and show you guys is actually a New Zealand build. They're about a year old, so they're quite young. And what they are is an insight finder. It sounds kind of strange, and it's the first time I've heard of this as well. But the app works at curbing negative thoughts and toxic ideas in quite a cool fashion. So it's a totally interactive app that you can personalize to suit you, that works towards building self-awareness of yourself and curbing some of your own negative thought patterns by providing helpful insights at the times that you need them. It's a collaboration of about 50 different mental health professionals all around the world that have all come together to help build this resource for people that are suffering from anxiety, PTSD, and depression. It also has a series of features that can help you identify negative habits that you might have if you don't know what they are already, and helps you change those negative habits into positive ones by giving you insights that align with your specific values and goals. You can also set reminders in the app to help you focus on those positive affirmations. So if you know that there's a specific thought or a negative idea that often enters your mind at different points of the day or at specific points, you can set the app to show you insights specific to that struggle. And that feature of the app works on the fact that if we practice positive repetition of thought patterns and ideas, we can change the way that our brains think. You can also set location reminders. So if you know that when you go to the mall, you start to feel self-conscious, or maybe when you are in your car park, you start to get anxiety about driving, you can set location reminders that tell your phone, when I'm in this area, I need to be reminded of this. So when I go to the mall, I'll be immediately sent an insight that helps me feel empowered about my situation. Or when I'm about to drive my car, I'm reminded that actually I have this, I'm in control of this situation. So it works towards changing our negative thought patterns by providing us with alternative insights into those specific struggles that we're dealing with. And at the moment, ThinkLadder also have a section specifically designed towards helping people deal with the anxiety around physical and social distancing. It's very cool, very interactive, very easy to use, and has been built by a team of professionals that care. And that's the part that matters to me. Another one I wanted to quickly bring up, but I haven't had time to research a lot on, is one started by John Kirwan, who's an ex-All Black and has struggled with depression most of his life. He's recently brought out an app specifically to help people with self-isolation and beyond that, called Mentomia. And if you're not up to date with all of the well-being and mental health jargon, then I'd recommend this one specifically, because it is aimed at being just a mental health coach. It is John Kirwan's drive to try and reach people who don't know how to talk about their mental health, which is great because not all people know how to talk about their feelings, or even they work in environments where it's discouraged. So Mentomia is accessible for everyone, and if anything, I would think of it as a well-being coach. And it's also free, so check that one out. But yeah, anyway, I just wanted to mention that one because not everyone is up to date with all of the mental health jargon. So that's a very easily accessible one for anyone who just wants to take care of themselves. And that's it. We should all have access to mental health care, and we should all have the ability to take care of our own mental health. That's the truth. So hopefully one of those, if not all of those, were helpful to you. Day 24, stay healthy.